On Sunday's new episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Disick flipped out after learning that Kourtney Kardashian has a new boyfriend. Meanwhile, Kris Jenner came up with an unconventional way to preserve her memory after she's gone. Get the full recap below. Early in the show, two fans in a restaurant asked Kris to take a picture with them, and she noticed that one of them was wearing a beautiful ring, but was quite taken aback when she found out what it was made of. Her grandmother is in the ring, one of the fans revealed. It's actually her cremated ashes. An intrigued Kris then tried on the ring, but admitted, "It is starting to creep me out a little bit." However, Kris further noted in a confessional that it seemed like a better alternative to being buried in the ground forever. Later, Kourtney told Kim and Khloe that she finally discovered that her passion is interior decorating, but her sisters doubted she'd see it through. When Kourtney suggested that she produce a TV show about interior design, Khloe interrupted, "This already sounds like too much of a commitment for you." Kourtney got insulted by the remark, but her sister shot back, "I'm being realistic. Work is still work." Kim agreed, adding, "I think we're just a little bit frustrated that you never show up to do work." Kris later told Kourtney that Scott seemed a little bit off when she last saw him, adding, "I'm sincerely worried about his well-being. I think he really wants to be invited to all the things that we do and keep him in the fam." The momager's daughter suggested she talk to Scott herself rather than bothering her with the situation. "I am just over everybody feeling the need to report to me about every little detail going on with Scott," said Kourtney in a confessional. "I have my own priorities and things that I need to focus on. He's just not my big concern anymore." Kourtney went on to tell Khloe that Scott called her at 2 in the morning to discuss the status of their relationship. "He never calls me late at night, ever, and he was just like ranting like, 'What are we doing in life?'" she explained to her sister. "And then by the end of the conversation I just was like, 'I have a boyfriend and he's 24 years old, referring to male model Eunice Benjamin. "It's not the craziest thing that's ever happened in the world," and so he was like, "He's your boyfriend," and then he hung up the phone. Khloe then asked if she called him back, but her sister said, "No. I went to bed." Khloe added, "Wow, cut the cord." Kourtney further noted that she thought Scott already knew she had a boyfriend, but her sister countered, "You can't just assume people know." She added in a confessional, "I am proud of Kourtney for finally opening up to Scott about her current relationship status. I'm just happy that there's motion moving forward for her." Meanwhile, Kris told Kim about her idea to turn her remains into a diamond when she passes away. Her daughter mocked the crazy idea by suggesting, "Maybe you should gain some weight right before you and then we can make more." Still, Kris decided she was going to look into what the process entailed, but a confused Kim admitted, "I just don't get how you can turn a body into a diamond." Kourtney later told Kim and Khloe that she went to Scott's house because he called her and was very out of it, and he was just very aggressive when she showed up to his house. She explained that she sat him down and lectured him about getting himself together for their 3 kids, but he wouldn't listen. "He was just being a beast," Kourtney said. "I just left." She added in a confessional, "I feel like that whenever Scott seems to be on a good path, something happens. I think that it's not fair because it comes off of me telling him that I'm in a relationship. It seems that when I'm happy and at a good place in my life that Scott does something to get my attention. I think it's time that I set some new boundaries." When Kris told Khloe about her diamond cremation idea, her daughter said it's not important where one's physical remains ends up, but how their memory lives on in others. "I think I'm kinda with you," Kris admitted. "It's just too confusing. And I don't really think I want to be a diamond." She added in a confessional, "As much as I want to be in control of this whole situation, I think I've decided to let my kids worry about it when the time comes. The truth is, it doesn't matter where my body goes because I will always be with my kids." Kim later asked Kourtney if she had finally set a boundary with Scott, and her sister said, "I've made it clear to Scott that he dictates his own path. If he's in a good place, he can come around and be a part of things. I don't care as much to be monitoring his every move. I just want him to be happy and healthy." She added, "I just think Scott needs to figure this all out. There's only so much I can do and I think I've done it all." As the episode ended, Scott went to Kourtney's house to pick up their son Mason and take him for the night. He said in a confessional, "I realize now a lot of the mistakes I've made in the past. I think I've learned a lot from it and I've been able to mature from it. One of biggest concerns is that I don't want to jeopardize my relationship with Kourtney as a friends because of our children. And I just need to watch out for myself to keep a decent lifestyle to be around my family." Scott then gave Kourtney a firm handshake and said, "Love you, partner. I'll see you on the business side of things."